My husband found out I read romance novels with some explicit scenes, and now he's telling everyone I have an addiction and wants a divorce if I don't get treatment. By you/ThrowRAPurplePeach. My husband, 37M, and I, 35F, got married about 2 years ago, right before the pandemic started. The last couple years have honestly been really hard on both of us. We lost several family members to COVID, and our jobs both got way more stressful. Even with all that, we somehow kept a really active and good sex life, like 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes even more, and it's been fun, creative, and really satisfying for both of us. Outside of that, our marriage has been solid too. We communicate well, we're affectionate in non-sexual ways, and we've supported each other through everything. Or at least, that was true up until about a week ago. We both like reading a lot, but usually we do it during commutes or lunch breaks, not really at home, because we try to spend our free time actually together. We don't really talk much about what we're reading either. I know he's into history stuff and spy novels, but most of the time I couldn't even tell you what book he's on unless he brings up something interesting. We both use Kindles and have our own accounts from before we got married. I'll admit I like romance books that have some erotic stuff in them. Within limits. I don't read anything that's about cheating or glorifies that. It's mostly monogamous, committed relationships, just with explicit scenes. And yeah, I do kind of use those books to keep my own spark going and bring that energy into my marriage. I'm not fantasizing about other men or anything like that, but I do get ideas sometimes, like positions, role-play ideas, lingerie, stuff like that. With everything we've gone through with loss and stress, it would have been really easy for my libido to just disappear, but those books kind of helped me stay connected to that part of myself and actually prioritize intimacy with my husband when I was otherwise exhausted and overwhelmed. Last week, he somehow saw my reading list, and I was not expecting his reaction at all. He completely lost it. He said I'd been hiding an adult content addiction from him and just went off on me for hours before storming out. Then, on top of that, he told family members and several close friends that I have this addiction. I'm honestly still in shock because they're just books. I only read them during times I'd otherwise be killing time anyway, and if anything, they've helped my relationship, not hurt it. Also, we've never even had rules about adult content in our relationship. Neither of us is really into visual stuff, but it's not like it's banned or anything. Now the people he told think I'm spending hours every day watching porn and neglecting him, and they don't believe me when I say it's literally just mainstream romance novels I read on my commute or lunch break. He gave me an ultimatum: either I get treatment for my supposed addiction, like a 12-step program, therapy, even rehab, or he's divorcing me. I want to respect his feelings, but I genuinely don't think I'm addicted or doing anything wrong. I could stop reading them, sure, but then I start wondering what random harmless thing he'll decide is a problem next. I love him and I want our marriage to work, but I don't even know what to do here. Info: if anyone's thinking this is about money, it's not. We have joint accounts for most things, but we each get personal spending money too. I buy my books with my own money, so it's not affecting him or our household at all. Update: 2 days later. First off, thanks to everyone who responded. I honestly didn't expect this to get so much attention. Like a lot of people suggested, I talked to my husband again and brought up marriage counseling. I told him I don't agree that my romance reading, again, only during commute/lunch, not when we be spending time together, is the same as actual porn or cheating, but I did apologize for not being more open about it and explaining why I read them, and for hurting him. I also said I'd be open to a professional evaluation just in case it somehow is an addiction that needs addressing, and that we could get help finding other ways to keep our connection strong during stressful times if he really didn't want me reading them. He didn't accept any of that. He says the damage to our relationship is already done. He wants a divorce because I said I wanted an evaluation instead of just admitting I have an addiction, and because I'm not taking responsibility for what he sees as a betrayal. He says there's no trust left. We're still living in the same house for now, but he's planning to move out as soon as he finds an apartment, hopefully in January, and yeah, that's where things are. I'm honestly crushed. I really do love him, or loved him, I guess, and I thought we had a strong, happy marriage. Part of me wants to just beg and say whatever he wants so he'll stay, but I know that wouldn't be good for me. At this point, I kind of feel like he wanted out for some reason and just grabbed onto this as an excuse to make it my fault. I also reached out to the people he told, At least the ones I know about, and explained everything, that I don't watch porn, that I read romance novels during downtime, and that this is what he called adult content and cheating. My family and friends were honestly shocked, but at him, not me, and they've been really supportive since. I'm going to stay with my parents for a week starting in a couple days, and then I'll spend New Year's weekend with some friends so I'm not alone. I feel completely drained and messed up by all of this, but I'll get through it somehow. I don't think I'll ever really understand why he decided he didn't want to be married to me anymore, but I guess it doesn't change anything. And if I ever start dating again, I'll definitely be upfront that I read romance novels, including the more explicit ones, just in case that's somehow a deal breaker.